Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partners tonight, Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
Hello, sir. Welcome for some more volleyball.
We're here on the hardwood ready for some, not some hoops, but some volleyball action. And you got to run out a little early on us possibly
Yes, sir.
tonight.
I apologize.
Got an important school board meeting, or
little
school
work session type of day, yes,
administrative work session. Trying to get our school in line and make sure everything is going right and prepared and make any adjustments. So we appreciate folks like Rosendo working hard. Charlie just blew my brains out with some sort of noise that came out over there.
Something's coming out. I don't know what it is. When he said work, I started choking.
Also, we've got Charlie Fairbrush with us. Welcome, Charlie, a.k.a. The Thumb.
Good evening, everybody. We're ready. We're ready for some volleyball.
He's back today, so the crew is back in full effect. We are here on the volleyball court, the old Joe Langston Arena. I drove by our Joe Langston Gymnasium. I drove by the new arena site today. I've been going by there about every few days. I stood up on top of my car with my camera phone over, recording. Man, they've got a heck of a hole over there. It looks like the pit in Albuquerque
it's
right now.
It's a big hole, man. That's the biggest hole I've seen in a while.
Yes.
It's deep in there.
That is a large hole. If that's any sign of things to come, I'm like, wow, that's a big hole.
It's gonna be a big building.
It's gonna be a big building.
That's right. We are testing mics, getting ready. We're live already, but just getting ready to start our little pregame here as the Eunice Lady Cardinals are hosting the Melrose Buffaloes.
Buffaloes, huh?
Buffaloes.
Lady Buffaloes.
The Lady Buffs. And anyway, getting ready to get going. Any thoughts before we check our mic sound, see how we are?
Let's go, ladies, man. Come out here and play hard.
Yeah, should be an interesting one. What about you, Charlie? Anything?
I got to watch the game the other night because I was out of town, and man, that set where they beat Texaco looked pretty good.
Man, that second and third set, they won the third set. The second set was 17-17. That looked like the Lady Cardinals that we see when things are going well. The problem is set 1 and set 4 look like the other Lady Cardinals, and we've been seeing those same two groups all year long.
Unfortunately.
In every single game. They'll go beat a team 25-9 and then turn around and lose the next two sets, and you're like,
what happened?
What in the world? And that is the way it's been, and that's why I say I'm not blaming anybody. I watch what Coach Skinner's doing. I don't know that it's her fault. I know ultimately when you're the coach, you take responsibility, and it is what it is. At the same time, I sit up here watching, and I'm just like, I don't think there's any one kid or two kids or three kids that you can say, man, that one's killing us. Usually in any sport you can sit up here and see those things that are clear and obvious. This team doesn't have that. It's just puzzling to anybody here. I don't even know what to say.
And it's so late in the season, man. That's what's making it even harder to identify or try to adjust to figure out what the issue is to get victories.
Yeah, and if you look down there, it looks to me like we've got some more changes coming because there's some new ones out there, some new faces. We're still playing with rosters. We're still playing with things. And we've been doing that since the summertime, and it just doesn't seem like anything is really clicked. And so, anyway, we're getting ready to go live. I'm going to jump over listening to the sound a little bit. I haven't heard a word from anybody back at the station saying how we sound, so we'll take a quick break, listen to our sound. We'll be right back on the line. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We are live here at Joe Langston Gymnasium, the old Joe Langston Gymnasium, the historic Joe Langston Gymnasium, the gymnasium that has seen Eunice's only state volleyball championship team play right here on this floor. This is for sure the nearing of the end of games here for the Eunice Cardinals and Eunice Lady Cardinals, as the hole for the new Joe Langston Arena we discussed earlier is growing over there. It looks like they're digging to China.
Man, they're getting down to the good dirt.
Got a big old hole over there.
Yeah, they're looking for some gold.
It's funny because I've had people in town message me saying, hey, what would I need to do to get some of that dirt? And I'm like, man, go talk to the school. I don't know why you're asking me what you need to do to the dirt.
Well, you wait till 2 o'clock in the morning and you head on over there.
yeah, you sneak over there with your shovel or your backhoe in this case, I guess. Anyway, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, for the coverage of tonight's volleyball game. Tonight, we return to the hardwood for some volleyball action. Your Lady Cards have had a rough start to the 2023 campaign. They are now 1-8 on the season after the loss to number 1 ranked 2A team Texaco just a few days ago. That Texaco game did show that we can compete with the best. As we mentioned earlier, you know, set number 1, we got demolished. Set number 2, it was 17-17 before Texaco went on to win it in a close set. Set number 3, we took control from the beginning, 2-0, and led all the way through, eventually winning 25-22, I believe was the final score in that set.
And it was a good victory.
Yeah, and then set number 4 looked like the first set again. The wheels fell off and Texaco took care of business. And that has been the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story of this Lady Cardinal volleyball team all year. There is no doubt, especially when you watch that game, that we have the pieces to
working
compete.
Together.
We just can't seem to get it done in multiple sets, or at least 3 sets in any match. It's even the game that we won, you know, because we're 1-8. Even in that one, I believe we lost a set.
We lost the first one, correct?
Yeah. And just looked like they were going to destroy us, and then all of a sudden we turned it on, and it's been that way all year. I don't understand it. I don't know what the deal is. I say again, I'm not blaming the coaching staff. I don't know what it is. I'm puzzled. I don't.
We need to find that switch and just turn it on and tape it open.
Yeah.
Kind of
Well, the other
tape
day
it
when
on.
we won that game, the power went out.
Yeah.
And when it came back on, it was a whole different team on the court. So hopefully the power goes out 3 times in a row today.
Well, I know some guys.
They can turn some
Kill
power,
some power
off.
on.
Yeah. Well, Melrose enters this game as the #1 ranked team in the state in Class 1A. They are Eunice is ranked in the bottom 5 in 2A. It just leaves you scratching your head. That's all I can say as to what could happen here today. Unfortunately, as I've mentioned here, this is the #1 undefeated team in 1A volleyball. Another team that's loaded, they're tough, they're ready to go. They enter this matchup at 7-0. They've only lost 1 set all season, and that was to an Albuquerque school who they beat 3-1. They've beat most of their opponents 3-0, including Capitan 3-0, Dexter 3-0, Logan 3-0, West Las Vegas, a very competitive 3A school that used to be a 4A school, 3-0, Tatum 3-0, Santa Rosa, a team that's got a great record in 2A this year, 3-0. The only team that has won a set against Melrose is Albuquerque Private School Legacy Academy. They won 1 set and ended up losing 3-1. Melrose does not enter stats on Max Preps, another one of those schools that's afraid somebody might scout them or recruit them. And so that's about all I have on them. I will tell you, I recognize a lot of these kids. Chloe's been competing against them for years. They've got a bunch of seniors on the squad. I recognize a lot of the names. They're going to be tough. And so we'll see what the Lady Cardinals have up their sleeve for today.
They're going to have a magic trick, I hope.
It's, it's going to be an uphill battle at the same time. Eunice played Texaco to a good match the other day. Eunice also played Cloudcroft, who's undefeated in 2A, and on one poll, they're #1. Max Preps has them #1. The coaches poll has them #2. And in that matchup, Eunice competed. I mean, yeah, they lost, but they competed in pretty much every set with that team. Eunice can compete when the switch is on. The problem is that switch has got a short in it.
Yeah. He said it's short in it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, it's like one of those old electrical devices that you flip the switch and things just aren't working right for whatever reason.
Yeah, wiggle it a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't, maybe somebody needs to wiggle our team a little bit because we're better than our record shows.
Right. Oh, yeah, I've seen them play some good sets.
Yeah,
got to put them all together.
They're capable, there's no doubt, but they're also capable of getting beat 3-0 and us going home early. So
there's a greater chance of that happening.
It's just so hard to say what you're going to see here, and I don't know, tough deal. This team of the Lady Cards this year, #0, Chloe Jones, #1, Kara Thompson, #2, Alondra Maureen, #3, Mylene Villa, #5, Michaela Pierce, #7, Sarah Reeves, #8, Amaya Gillespie, #10, Mariah McGuire, #11, Lizzie Gaetan, #15, Aubrey Haller, and I saw a #12 out there who I recognize as Jazzy Klaus, and I thought I saw another one. Oh, I do. I
Jones.
see Jones. We've got a Jones sighting out there as Haley Jones is out on the court.
She's the JV libero.
Yes, another family member of mine, another Jones. So we got 2 Joneses on the court. I don't think I'm missing anybody else.
I think that's the only new addition they have this game.
Yeah, those 2 that we just mentioned, Klaus and Jones. That's like the class of 1995, Klaus and Jones out there on the court.
That's a long time ago, brother.
I'm telling you. For Melrose, they've got a big roster, man. They got a lot of
He just cut you.
Yeah. Recindo's headed out. He just shut off my mic and said, I'm out of here. All right, so now he shut me off again. I don't know what he's doing down there. For Melrose, they've got, probably butcher a couple names, but #1, Eden Lunsford, #2, Gracie Odom, #3, Kai Salisbury, #4, Kinley Bradley, Number 6, Shailene Downey. Number 1, Tylee Hill. Number 10, Tinley Trollinger. Number 11, Chauncey Elliott. Number 12, Aspen Royball. Number 15, Kaylee Jackson. Number 20, Hallie Draper. Number 21, Allie Pell. Number 23, Carly Elliott. And they are coached by Casey Jackson. The Lady Cards are coached by Taylor Skinner and assistant coach Randy Miller. Used to be Vincent for those of you that follow Cardinal sports. So those are the coaches. For the sponsors today, I'll let Charlie read off some sponsors.
We'll go through the sponsors here. This is the reason why we're able to do this. We got start off with Parker Energy Service, Brett and Penny Parker. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews and crew. Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, Elma Romero, Aaron Pascal and the gang. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Mrs. Hahn, David Gallegos, and all the staff. The City of Eunice, Billy Hobbs, Shannon Cummins. Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Davis and Myers families, Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica, the other Erica Jones, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Gas, Mr. Bart Parker, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dean and Maureen Davis, Guns Up Services, the Thompson family, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Debbie Kerbo, Herrera's Oilfield Service, and Devon Energy. And remember, Devon Energy is hiring in the Eunice area.
Hey, I'm just impressed that we actually had some pregame music today. Doesn't look like we're going to still have any intros or any of that. I think I was told that we don't do that anymore for non-district games. It's funny because we did in every baseball game, even JV games have an announcer. We do it in football games. We do it in everything else. Just kind of strange that we don't hear. But, hey, it is what it is. So here we go. The two teams are going to shake hands, and they're going to take the court, and we're going to start
come out fighting,
yeah,
or playing, or whatever.
That's right. So both teams are on the court, getting ready to get started. No national anthem, no Pledge of Allegiance, just going to get after it. So
it's
here we
kind of
go.
like summer ball, isn't it?
Yeah, just very, very similar.
Just get out here and get it.
Yep, very, very similar. And so the two teams are out there. They've got their starting lineups out. The officials trying to jot down who goes where. Both teams have a libero. Chloe Jones over on one side, number 10, Tinley Trollinger on the other side. And so that requires everybody to get set, the official to record where everybody's at, and then the libero will step onto the floor, and they will sub in for somebody. So that's exactly what both sides do. And we are getting ready to get started. I actually wore my glasses today so I can see a little better. Number 4, Kinley Bradley to serve for the Lady Buffs. She's back and ready to go. The undefeated number 1 ranked 1A team in the state. First serve. Jones picks it up into the air. It gets set over to McGuire, who hits it over. Melrose going to set it out on the side for number 2. That's Gracie Odom. That young lady booms it plumb out the back of the court. I've watched her for years on the track, the basketball court, the volleyball court. I believe she's a senior this year, and she's a tough one. She hammered that one. She's not very big, but she plays that front row and will kill it. Maureen hits it over the net on the serve. They're going to set up Odom again. Odom this time blocked at the net by McGuire, but unfortunately it was blocked down and ends up down on the floor, and it's now, it says 1-1. That ain't right, is it? It should be 0-2.
It should be 1-1. No, it's 1-1.
1-1? Okay. Yeah,
we got that first
right.
point. Yeah.
Absolutely. So they're going to set Thompson out here. Thompson airmails one out the back of the court, so now it's 1-2.
Oh, I guess I better keep score, huh?
So Kai Salisbury, number 3, back to serve for the Lady Buffs. The Lady Buffs lead 1-2 here early in the set. Here comes the ball. Thompson over to Villa. Villa sets Thompson. Thompson hits it over. The Buffs keep it alive. And then up in the front row, that's number 11, Chauncey Elliott, who just tips it right down the net over into the corner for another Buff point. It's now 1-3. Number 3, Salisbury back to serve, throws it up, hits it over, and she looked like she mishit that. It didn't look like it was on purpose, but that was about as perfect a serve as you could get because it just dropped right over the top of the net.
Perfect for a mishit, huh?
And it's 4-1. Salisbury back to serve again, throws it up, hits it over. Pierce, Thompson back to Pierce. Pierce taps it over. They keep it alive, does Melrose, and they're going to set it at the net to number 11, Elliott. She smashes it down. Eunice blocks it, but they block it out of bounds, and it's going to be 5-1. Melrose in the lead here early. The JV game, just to mention, was quick 2-0, and it was out of there, and so we're starting early in this game. Pierce touches that one up to the net. Eunice struggling, but they do get it across on a great play by Thompson. They set up Odom. Odom spanks it over, but Jones keeps it alive, and now we set Pierce. Pierce slaps that one right into the double team, and it goes off their hands and onto the floor, and Pierce with the kill.
So 2-5, Eunice is coming back.
Yeah, good job there by Pierce, hitting that ball right into the block and off the side of it. Now Thompson's back to serve. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. And Melrose can't handle it, and Kiara Thompson with her first ace of the day. So it's now 3-5. The Lady Cards trail by 2. Thompson heads back to the service line. Thompson going to throw it up. She hits it over. It's going toward the corner, and it is going to be out of bounds. And so that's 6-3, and that's some more of what we talked about last game, where we'll do so good for a point or two, and then we'll hit them out of bounds or in the net for the next 2 or 3 or 4. So back to serve for the Buffs is number 11. That's Elliott. She gets a good one. Eunice just has to clear it back over. Odom going to be set out here on the side, and she hits that one over too. That is the second one of her big spikes that flew long and out of bounds. It's 6-4. The Lady Cards trail by 2. Back to serve is McGuire, and she clearly stepped over the line. The officials caught it. I caught it. Like it wasn't even close. Her whole leg was over the line, and she wasn't jump serving, so it was like she just walked over the line and hit it, and the official caught her on it. So here goes Odom to serve. Jones with a good first touch. Thompson touches it across. They're going to set it up in the middle for Royball, and Royball slams it home, and it's 8-4 as the Lady Buffs have doubled up the Lady Cards here, 4-8 early in set number 1. Number 2, Odom will be back to serve again. The Buffs lead 4-8. Odom throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Jones keeps it in the air. Thompson, they set Reeves, and Reeves slams one cross court, but it goes out of bounds, and it's 9-4. That's 3 straight plays in a row, as I just mentioned, either in the net or out of bounds. Odom back to serve, throws it up, hits it over, and it hit the top of the net. Had just enough spin on it that it dropped over.
Those are hard, too. Those are difficult.
That is 10-4. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. 10-4. Odom back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. Pierce hits it out of bounds. And the Lady Cards getting taken to the woodshed early, and Coach Skinner wants to talk about it. She'll take a timeout.
We'll talk about our sponsors right fast. Devon Energy, Herrera's Oilfield Service, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Guns Up Services, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Lobo Trucking, City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, and last but not least, Parker Energy Service.
Yeah, we appreciate you and all that you do, all of our sponsors. We are, in my opinion, the best community in the state for stuff like that. There's not a community better than for having support, for sure. So Gracie Odom back to serve again. The Buffs up 11-4. There's the serve. Jones with the first touch to Thompson. Thompson sets Pierce. Pierce hits it over. They keep it alive. Odom with the first touch, and now they're going to set it up right at the net for number 20, Draper, and she gets partially blocked by Reeves, and I think that might have been Gaetan. And anyway, Eunice now back within 6, 5-11. Back to the service line is Michaela Pierce. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. They set it over on the right side, and Gillespie goes up to hit it, and number 2-3, Elliott, is in the net over on that right side.
And we'll take what we can get, right?
And so that makes it 11-6. Yes, sir, we sure will. So Michaela Pierce back to serve again. 6-11 is the score. Here comes the serve. It's a good one. Melrose keeps it alive. They set it in the middle. What a dig by Thompson. And then it gets airmailed out of bounds by Reeves on the back side. Man, I tell you, that dig by Thompson was a good one.
Yep, that was, and then we go and hit it out of bounds, right?
6-12 is the score. And Eunice misplays that ball. Pierce misplayed it on the top, and nobody could get to it off the serve from Elliott. Elliott back to serve again, number 2-3. She's back under the basket. She's going to step forward, throw it up, hits it over with a little run and serve. They set up in the middle for Reeves. Reeves hits it over, and they're going to hit it right back to her, and she hits it in, so Sarah Reeves gets a kill. What a play there by Sarah Reeves as she was up battling at the net. It's 13-7. Lady Cards trail by 6. Mylene Villa goes back to the service line, the freshman. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. They keep it alive, and then I think Reeves was in the net.
Yep.
She was. They call her for it. So Sarah Reeves swings up there at the net and hits it, and now it's going to be 14-7 on the miscue by the Lady Cards.
And that's those little mistakes you can't make when you're playing against a tough team like this.
Trollinger back to serve, the libero for Melrose. They hit it over and set Reeves. Reeves with a heck of a play there, but Melrose digs it back up, and now they're going to set Reeves again. Reeves with another good hit, but Melrose keeps it alive, and then they hit it out of bounds. And I'm trying to, they've changed their sign about 3 times. Now they're going to say Eunice's, so that ball does go out of bounds. I thought they might call a tip. That's what this one was initially saying, so it went back and forth. It's 8-14, and Chloe Jones back to serve. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one, but Melrose keeps it alive. They set it on the backside. Pierce comes in with a dive and save. Villa with a save off the next set. And then they're going to bump it back into the middle. They do. Jones with the one-arm save. Gillespie hits it into space, and what a volley there as Gillespie gets the kill. And Jones got a good dig out during the middle of that, and it's 9-14, and it looks like the Lady Buffs are going to take a timeout here as the Lady Cards are at least competing here early.
Yeah, they're showing some salt there. Okay, they'll go through these sponsors. We may not get enough. We not get too many times to do that tonight. But Parker Energy Service, Cardinal Hardware, BT8 Services and Rental, Redbird Garage, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Eunice Health Clinic, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, and we'll get the rest of them here in a minute.
All right, so both teams already back out on the floor. They only burned about 30 seconds of their timeout. Jones back to serve again, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Melrose keeps it in the air. They're going to set it up out here on the wing to number 11, Elliott, and she just tips it right over the double block onto the floor. And so another point for the Lady Buffs. It's 15-9. 9:15. That makes me feel like it's morning time.
9:15 in the morning.
So number 20 is Draper. She hits it over. We keep it alive. Jones with a good hit from the back row. They're going to set up Odom, and Odom hits it into the net. Odom has not been able to get on her mark here so far today. I've watched that young lady play for years, and she's a tough one. She's a little stick of dynamite for sure, and she can hit it. Today so far, a couple out of bounds and a couple into the net.
So Eunice is in double digits here.
Yes, it's 10-15. Pierce slams that one down. Melrose keeps it alive. Jones with a good first touch, and they're going to set McGuire. McGuire hits it over. They're going to set it up in the middle right there, and what a block there in the middle by McGuire. Pierce trying to keep it alive, and she hits it into the net. It's 10-16. So 10-16, that'll bring Salisbury back to the service line for the Lady Buffs. Lady Cards trail here by 6. Salisbury throws it up, hits it over, hits it to Thompson. Thompson hits it up into the net. Odom jumps up, spikes it down. We save it, and then she hits it down again, and it's 10-17. Salisbury heads back to the service line again. 17-10. She's ready to go. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Maureen with a decent first touch over to Villa. They're going to set Thompson. Thompson just hits it over. Good first touch by Trollinger. They're going to set it up on the outside to number 2-3. That's Elliott, and she hits it out of the back of the court. And so that's a point for the Lady Cardinals. We have a substitution. Villa steps off. Gaetan comes in. It's 17-11. Kiera Thompson, another freshman on this Lady Cardinal team, steps back to the service line. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Melrose does a good job keeping it alive. In fact, they just punch it over. Gaetan to Jones, and now Pierce hits it over. Melrose going to set it up over here to Odom, and Odom didn't miss that one.
Man.
As Odom jumps up. She's not much bigger than Chloe, so I'm guessing 5'3" or 4.
Well, she
and
got
she
up there.
jumped up, and her eyeballs looked like they were looking over the net, and she slammed it down in front of the Cardinals and said, "Get some." It's 17-12. Back to serve is number 11. That's Elliott. She has a good one, but the Cardinals keep it alive. They hit it across, and now they're going to set it up in the middle, and Melrose just bumps it over. Two young ladies fighting over the next shot, and Eunice just hits it over, and then they set Odom again.
Mercy.
And back-to-back slam dunks for Elliott. She looks like Dominique Wilkins on the basketball court back in her day, just dunking them home.
And she might be able to dunk the basketball.
12-19. Number 11 is Elliott, and she hits that one out the back of the court. It's 19-13. The Lady Cards trail by 6. Couple of substitutions on both sides as the libero goes in on one side, out on the other. Here goes McGuire. She throws it up and hits it over, and she hits it out the back. And so there we go with another service error. It's 12-20. Lady Cards down by 8. And Gracie Odom, the spiker, is back to hit. She hits that one over. Jones with a good first touch. Over to Thompson. They set Gaetan in the middle, and she hits it into the net. It's 12-21. So Odom back to serve again for the Buffs. Throws it up, hits it over, and she hits it into the net. And so that makes it 13-21. Subs coming, Maureen goes out, Gillespie comes in. We mentioned the other day Gillespie's mama was a Albuquerque standout at Albuquerque High in volleyball. Number 5 is Pierce. She hits a good one over, and she's going to get an ace. Does Pierce.
14-21. We're kind of hanging in there a little bit.
Down 7 here.
Not bad.
Yep. Against the number 1 undefeated team in 1A.
Rather be up 7.
Absolutely. Pierce there with a good serve, and there's a block there in the front by kind of a combination of Gillespie and Reeves. And so a good job there at the net by those two. And that'll give Eunice the serve back. Pierce hits it over. It's a good one. They're going to set it up in the middle. And Thompson kept the ball alive, but she hit it up over the top of the net, and then Melrose was able to slam it down and get that point. It's now 22-15. Number 23, Carly Elliott back to serve. Runs, jumps, throws it over, hits it across. Pierce just hits it straight back to Melrose. They're going to set it up out here on the left wing, and what a block there by Sarah Reeves. Sarah Reeves gets up there. She had a little help there by Gaetan. Reeves got her hands on it, though, and slammed it back onto the court. 16-22. Lady Cards trail by 6. Here goes Villa. Throws it up, hits it over. Odom's first touch, and then they're going to set it over on the side, and Melrose just clears it. We're going to set Gillespie. She punches it into open space. Number 20, that was Draper, tried to save it, but she knocked it out of bounds, and the Lady Cards are back within 5. And Melrose wants to talk about it again. 22-17. The Lady Cards trail by 5 to the undefeated number 1 team in 1A this year.
Looking good. Well, just shout out to a couple more sponsors. We've got a little timeout. Guns Up Services, the Thompsons. Debbie's Country Kitchen, a real good place to go eat. Herrera's Oilfield Services, and Devon Energy. Devon Energy's hiring in the Eunice area, so if you're looking.
You know, we've talked about it in other games. This Lady Cardinal team doesn't have a very good record, but they can compete when they want to.
Oh, yeah.
We've shown it with Cloudcroft. We've shown it with Texaco. But then we've shown we can't with some teams that don't make any sense. But here we are competing again, 17-22 with an undefeated team. So here goes Melrose trying to attack. They set it up in the middle. It was blocked by Reeves, and then she does a good job of just clearing it over. And then it gets slammed down by number 20, Draper, and she's going to kill that one off a few hands of Eunice and out of bounds. And so that makes it 23-17. Eunice trails by 6 late here. As number 10, Tinley Trollinger heads back to serve. She hits it over. Pierce with a good first touch for Eunice. Via going to set up Thompson, and Thompson hits that one right square in the net. It's 17-24. Game point, or your set point for these Lady Buffs. Trollinger back to serve. Spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. And she hits that one out the back of the court. It's 18-24. You know, we're in it.
We're in it, and we got Jones back there serving, so we still got a chance.
Chloe Jones throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Melrose keeps it alive. They're going to set it up on the outside, and it was blocked by McGuire, and Melrose going to be called in the net. That's going to make it 19-24 as your Eunice Lady Cardinals are once again competing with a tough team. Jones back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. Melrose Odom keeps it alive. They're going to set it up on the outside, and they tip it over, does Elliott, and that'll end the first set. Your score 25-19 as the Lady Cards battled again.
And they did battle. They did that for sure. Okay, so that's the first set. Let me run through our sponsors again. Parker Energy Service, Brett and Penny. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer. Eunice Health Clinic, Brian Elmer Romero, Aaron Pascal in the game. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Matt Corey, Kenny Reed, Mrs. Hahn, David Gallegos on the staff. City of Eunice, Billy Hobbs and Shannon Cummings. Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Davis and Myers family. Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones. Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, LLC. Redbird Gas, Mr. Bart Parker. Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dean and Maureen Davis. Guns Up Services, the Thompson family. Debbie's Country Kitchen, Debbie Kerbo. Herrera's Oilfield Services. And a reminder again, Devon Energy is hiring. Keeping putting that out for them. Hopefully they find some good folks with some big, tall boys and girls that want to come play some sports.
Right, some big athletic ones. Yeah, that's what we need. Just transfer them on down here. We'll recruit them. We'll find them a job.
Yeah.
We could use them. Come on down. I'm only kidding, but I'm serious. Come on down here.
Yeah, we don't do that, but, you know.
Well, we definitely don't. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. You know, back in the day, people like Artesia, Chal, in this area, they made a living doing that. But anyway. Shouldn't do it anymore.
El Paso Natural Gas down
there. Artesia, man. Think of all the stuff going on over there. Just a completely different level. But anyway, you know, that first set goes to exactly what we've talked about with this Lady Cardinal team all year. They have competed with everybody they've played with. Cloudcroft, Texaco, the best teams in the state. They've competed with them. But they lose.
They just get almost there.
And it doesn't matter if it's the number 1 team or the number 28 team in the class. That's what we see almost every time, and I just can't figure it out. And it just has me over here pounding my head on the wall because I can't figure us out.
We make it to the dance, we just don't dance when we get there sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, and then, if, you know, occasionally the wheels just fall off completely and we'll get destroyed a set or two. But for the most part, every set all year has been like that one. We're competing. We just can't get the W. And this Melrose team, looking at their scores, they've just destroyed people all year long. They're a great team.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've shown we can compete. But we've also shown we can't. When it's like I said, it's like there's a short in our switch or something. It just doesn't quite stay on.
You got to finish it. You started, you got to finish it.
So it looks like we're ready to go. Alondra Maureen throws it up, and we'll start this set with a serve right into the bottom half of the net, not even the top half, and it's 1-0. So back to serve is number 3. That's Salisbury. She hits it over. Marine with a good first touch. Via sets up Pierce, and Pierce kills one that goes off the hands of a Melrose lady and up here toward us, and we're way up in the nosebleed section.
Yeah, we're up here, way up here.
So that'll send Kiara Thompson, the freshman, back to the service line. One of the better freshmen I've seen play volleyball in Eunice for many, many, many years, maybe ever. Her first serve, she slammed that serve. Melrose from the back row hit it. It goes over our net and lands right on our side, and now it's 2-1. Melrose in the lead. Back to serve is number 11. That's Elliott. Pierce with a good first touch. They're going to set up Gaetan. She hits it toward the back row. Melrose going to set it in the middle, and Gaetan does a good job keeping that one alive.
Save.
Thompson sets Pierce. Pierce slammed that one hard, but Melrose keeps it alive again, and they set up Odom, and Odom picked up where she left off in that last set.
Just slammed it over.
She reared back and hit that one hard enough that it made my nose bleed, and I'm up here in the nosebleed section.
I think we need to call a timeout and check. She's got a sledgehammer in her pocket.
We may need to check her shoes, see if those things got springs in them or
Springs
something.
in them.
So Elliott hits that one over. We misplayed it in the back row. I couldn't tell whether, I think it was Pierce. And so that ball finds the out of bounds area. I looked down taking some notes. So it's 1-4. And Elliott back to serve again. Throws it up, slams it over. Jones with the first touch. Over to Thompson. They're going to set up Gaetan. Gaetan hits it over. Elliott over to Salisbury. She sets up number 2-2. Or 2-3, I'm sorry, that's the other Elliott, and she slams that one off the hands of Maureen and out of bounds. It's 1-5. So back again is Chauncey Elliott. She's dribbling around, does a little crossover, throws it up, spins it around, hits it over. Pierce's first touch goes sideways. Jones picks it up, keeps it alive, and then Pierce hits it right into the net. And it's 6-1, and this is the other side of the volleyball that I've talked about. This is when the wheels fall off. This is the other part, the way we look sometimes, where we just...
You know, and the coach calling timeout, trying to get them back. Like, hey, let's go back to that. What we done the first set.
Yeah. I just don't, I don't get it. You know, while we've got a minute, we'll talk about tomorrow. Eunice versus Texaco, number 1 versus number 2 in 2A football right here at the Eunice Cardinal Stadium. It's going to be a heck of a night. It should be exciting. Yep. It's our first district matchup. We'll be playing, you know, it ought to be a game. Texaco returns almost everyone. I think they only graduated one person from last year's state championship competitive team. They ended up being runners-up. Odom slams that one down. It finds the floor, and Melrose scores another point.
But, you know, the last 2 weeks, the boys have played some really tough teams, and I think it's been good for them. Thankfully, nobody got hurt during those 2 games, and we're pretty healthy, and I think we got a real good chance of taking it to the.
Well, you've got a couple of dinged up ones. The Jose Calvillo just returned to the practice field a little bit yesterday. Thompson with that hand and wrist. So we do have a couple of our main starters that did pick up some injuries in those last couple of weeks, but I think they'll both be ready to go. Eunice hits that one out of bounds, and it's 8-1. Chauncey Elliott back to serve for Melrose. Throws it up, hits it over, and she hits that one into the net. It's 8-2. Yeah, we've got some good kids. Everybody has been playing really well. I've been really impressed with the way they played the last couple of weeks against 2 undefeated number 1 ranked teams in 3A and 4A. So there's a good pickup off a good serve. Melrose trying to tip it at the net, couldn't get through. It goes into the net, finds the floor. It's 8-3. McGuire was the server there. She had a good serve. So Mariah back to serve again. Spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. Melrose trying to keep it alive. Odom just going to clear it. Maureen, Gaetan, and then Reeves finds a little spot and drops it in. Sarah Reeves with a kill there.
And here we go. We're competing again,
touch
Jim.
kill. Yes, I agree. It's 4-8. We're climbing back in. We've worked the short out again for just a second. McGuire back to serve again. Throws it up, hits it over. Melrose misplayed that one, but they keep it alive and set Odom in the middle. Ball gets deflected off the ceiling from McGuire, and then Pierce comes through and slaps it over. They're going to set it right in the middle. A good block by Reeves, but Melrose hits it back on, and we struggle to deal with it, and it is 9-4. So I believe that's Odom. It is. Gracie Odom back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Jones with a good first touch over to Thompson. They're going to set Reeves. Reeves hits it into the block. It gets blocked, lands on Eunice's side. And it's 10-4, good buddy.
And they're in double digits, 10-4.
10-4, good buddy. Odom back to serve, throws it up, hits it over. Jones with the first touch to Thompson. Thompson bumps it across the net. Scramble on the Melrose side. The ball finds the floor, and it's not 10-4 anymore. It's 10-5. In police lingo, that means we're going to relay something. We need to do a 10-5 to get this item over that
relay
way.
our score up to pass their score. How
That's
about
right.
that?
So here we go. Pierce back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. Throws it up, hits it over. Melrose with a good first touch. They're going to set it up out on the right wing for Elliott. Elliott slams it off the edge of the block with a lot of velocity, and it's 11-5. The Lady Cards trailing by 6. So that'll bring Carly Elliott back to the service stripe for the Lady Buffs. She reaches back, touches the wall, up under the basketball goal. Comes running out, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Jones bumps it into the air. She had to dive to pick it up. It goes into the edge of the net. Thompson was there trying to get to it, but neither could get it too high. It's 12-5.
I noticed all these girls go all the way back to the wall these
Touch
days
the wall.
to start that third.
Like the Thompson girl, she does that. Pierce with the first touch. Up, and then a misplayed ball there by Thompson goes over out, and it is 13-5 as the Buffs on another run. Carly Elliott back to serve for the Buffs. Throws it up, hits it over. Pierce's first touch goes sideways. Thompson fists it into the air, and a little touch there by Gillespie gets her second kill of the night, and it's 13-6. Maylene Villa back to the service stripe. The freshman throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Melrose going to keep it alive. They're going to set it up out here on the outside for number 20. Jones dives in and saves that one. That was Draper that hit it over. They're going to set it up in the middle this time, and Reeves with a good block there, but Melrose pushes it over, and Villa couldn't get to it off her hands, and Melrose scores again, 14-6. So back to the service stripe is Tinley Trollinger, the libero. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Gillespie with a good first touch, and Thompson going to clear it. Melrose trying to set it up out here on the outside, and they do. And that was Draper who slammed it down. It went off one player's head and shoulder. Jones dove in, tried to fist it off the deflection, and the ball finds the floor. It's 15-6. Hollinger's serve is far and out of bounds. That one was headed for Hobbs. The wall stopped it. It's 7-15. Jones back to the service line. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Melrose keeps it in the air, and they're going to set it up outside for Elliott. She slams it down, but Jones picks it up. McGuire just going to hit it back over. They're going to set it again for Elliott, and she hits that one into the net, and it's going to be a Lady Cardinal point. It's 8-15. About what time school starts?
About 8:15-ish.
Something like that. All right, Jones back to the service line, throws it up, hits it over. Melrose with a good first touch. They're just going to hit it over. Jones picks that one up. They set Gillespie, and Gillespie slammed that one. That may have been the best hit ball I've seen from her, but Melrose kept it alive. Jones, Villa, they set Thompson. Thompson bumps it across. Melrose trying to keep it alive. They do. And then we set Melrose. Villa now going to set Gillespie. She's going to punch it over. What a volley we've got going here. They set Elliott. Elliott hits it into the net, and the Lady Cards will win that point. 9-15. We're getting later in the morning. We went 7-15, 8-15, 9-15. Jones still at the service line. Throws it up. Good first touch by the Buffs. They're going to set it up on the side. Thompson trying. They're all swinging at it. The ball finds the net and a little scramble. Some of them 50-50 balls. It's 10-15.
10-15. I wish we could be. I wish it was 25-15.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to get us to lunchtime at least.
Lunchtime.
Jones back to the service line. Hits that one over. Melrose struggled with it, but they keep it alive. Thompson. Oh, we struggled. The ball comes off the net, and we're not at 10-15 anymore. It's now 10-16. Hallie Draper back to the service line for the Lady Buffs. She's ready. She dribbles. She spins. She crosses over. She throws it up. She hits it over. Jones with the first touch to Villa. They set Thompson, and Thompson hits it over the back line, and it's 10-17. So number 20, Hallie Draper, or Hallie, I'm not real sure which. They hit it over. Jones with a good first touch. They set Pierce. Jones going to run through and bump it with her left hand over the net. They set up Odom, and Odom jumps up and just destroys one.
I think I seen fire coming off of that ball over the net.
I agree. The whole Melrose cheering section, which is their bleacher or their bench, goes crazy. It's 10-18. That young lady can hit it. So throwing it up and hitting it over is number 20, Draper. They keep it alive, does the Eunice Cardinals. Jones with the save, goes back across off the Gillespie deflection. Back at the net, they're trying for it. It was deflected off McGuire. Gillespie trying to get to it. The ball finds the net. It's 19-10. Melrose with another point. Draper back to the service line. Throws it up, spins it around, hits it over. Jones with the first touch, and it's deep into the net. That was a rocket coming over the net.
And it's 20-10.
Melrose is doubled up on the Lady Cardinals here. Draper back, throws it up, hits it over. Jones with a good first touch. Over to Villa. Villa going to set Thompson. Thompson bumps it across. Melrose going to do the same. We're just kind of in this little bump mode. And then Melrose is number 11. Chauncey Elliott hits it into the net, and it's 11-20. Got some substitutions coming here. Gillespie goes out. Maureen comes in to serve and play that back row. She's going to throw it up and hit it over. Melrose going to set it up to Odom, and you don't want to see that coming at you.
No.
Odom slams another one down. I tell you what, when she gets a hold of one, it is fire.
Yeah, it's coming over that net.
Odom can hit the ball, and she's always been that way. 11-21. The Lady Buffs getting ready. They throw it up, hit it over. Thompson, Gillespie, or Villa just bounces it over. They're going to set it up over on that right side. Melrose hits it over. Villa keeps it alive. Jones going to set Marine, and Marine hits it into the net.
A little short.
And so now it is 22-11 as the Buffs have doubled up the Cards again. So Salisbury back to serve, throws it up, hits it over. Marine with the first touch to Villa. They're going to set Pierce. Pierce with a good shot there. Ball scrambling around at the net. It's going to find the floor, and it's going to be a Lady Cardinal point, 12-22. Right. Still battling.
Still battling. Look, I mean, they.
Gaetan comes in now. That's Lizzie.
Thompson to serve.
Thompson steps back. She takes a couple of dribbles, spins it, throws it up in the air, and she hammered that one, but unfortunately for the Lady Cards, it went out the back, and it's 23-12. That'll bring Chauncey Elliott to the service stripe for Melrose. She's going to run, jump, throws it up, hits it over. Pierce bounces that one into the air to Thompson, and then Pierce comes running through and punches it over the net. They're going to set up Odom. No, they don't. The ball gets into the net, and it's 23-13.
Still hanging in there, but we're hanging a little too far back right now.
Tinley Trollinger, the libero, comes in. Mariah McGuire back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She runs, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Trollinger with a good first touch. They're going to set up Odom in the middle, and she airmails that one out the back of the end zone. 23-14. Maybe it's not an end zone, but
whatever it is, it's outside the line. Yeah. We can call it the end zone if we want to.
That's right. McGuire back again, throws it up, hits it over. Trollinger with a good first touch. Salisbury going to set it up on this side to number 12. That's Royball. And Royball slams it down. It's 14-24. Lady Cards trail by 10, and it is set point for the Lady Buffs. Odom throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Maureen with a good first touch. Thompson going to set Reeves. They spin through it, keep it alive. Melrose struggling with it. 15-24. The Lady Cards back within 9. Maureen goes out. Gillespie comes in. Michaela Pierce goes to the service line. Pierce back and ready. Throws it up. Hits it over. It's a good one. Trollinger's first touch she struggles with. The ball gets played at the net. Jones comes all the way from the back row to keep it alive right up against the net. Melrose now on a reset. Reeves hits it over. Gaetan hits it over. The ball finds the roof. Now they clear it. Pierce Thompson. They're going to set Reeves. She punches it over. Salisbury going to set it out here for 20. That's number 20, and man, she nailed that one. That's Draper, but it goes out the back of the
they
court.
touched it, I guess.
And they're going to say the Lady Cards touched it,
My goodness.
and that makes it 25-15. And your second set is in the books. It's 2-0 here. 2 sets to none in favor of Melrose.
We'll talk about our sponsors right quick. Devon Energy, and they are hiring guys. Gals and guys, everybody, whoever wants a job. Herrera's Oilfield Service, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Guns Up Services, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, LLC, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Lobo Trucking, City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BT8 Services and Rental, and Parker Energy Services. Some of the best sponsors in the business.
Yeah, we appreciate them, appreciate all they do. Reminder, last week's athlete player of the game in the football game was Luis Gomez. I've got a drink for him. The employee last week recognized was Kayla Johansson for all of her hard work, not only during homecoming last week, but also just being a great person.
All around.
You know, sometimes in today's world, things are so, what's the word? I guess, I don't know, I was going to say competitive. It's just like there's so much friction that it's hard sometimes to get along with everybody. People like Miss Johansson and Miss Rodney Lord are the people that I appreciate because I've never ran into either one of them without a smile and respect for everyone, not that negative attitude that so many folks have got to where they have nowadays where they don't want to hear anybody else's opinions or ideas, and I appreciate folks like them, and they sure make the world a better place to live. So we
you know
them.
they're shaping our kids.
That's
we
right.
want people like that up there. You know, that are with our kids all day, every day.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. So we're getting ready to start set number 3. The Lady Buffs take set 1 and set 2. Set 1, 25-19, a very competitive set. Set 2, 25-15, had its competitive moments.
But, I mean, we're not getting blown out. I mean, we're hanging in. We just can't get to the end of it.
And it makes no sense. This is a team that's been just destroying everybody, and we're competing
with them.
And we'll come out here against a team that's 0-5 on the season. And
let us knock our socks off.
And it'll be the same sort of score and situation. So, anyway, it just doesn't make sense to me. I got another group here messaging me, asking me if who they need to talk to about sponsoring us. So we appreciate y'all folks listening.
We love our sponsors.
That's right. So we definitely appreciate you. I'll get with you, and we'll do our best to let you know that information.
And we're going to have to petition the school to give us a longer time out so we can talk about our sponsors a little bit.
Because they're getting longer and longer. Tough. Kenley Bradley serves that one into the net, and so that makes it 1-1. And we will send Mariah McGuire back to the service stripe for the Lady Cardinals. McGuire ready, spins it around, throws it up into the air on the jump serve, and she hits it right into the net. And it's 2-1. So Jones will come back in at that libero position. McGuire will step off. And number 3, Kai Salisbury, heads back to the service line. This young lady seems to do a lot of the setting for this team. She throws it up, hits it over. Jones with a good first touch. Thompson going to set it Pierce. Pierce hits it toward the corner. Melrose keeps it alive. And now they're just going to have to hit it over. Jones saves that one in the back corner. They set up Gaetan. Gaetan hits it toward the side. Now they're going to set up Big Elliott, and she slams it down. Jones with a one-arm hit. The problem is she's the one that hit it, so she couldn't get it.
Couldn't hit it again.
So she run over there and then looked around like, I can't hit it again, and the ball finds the floor. It's 3-1. The Lady Cards trail here in set number 3. Salisbury back. She's going to throw it up, hit it over. Jones dives in, picks it up. Good dig there by her, and they keep it alive as Reeves hits it across. They set up Odom, and she slams it down. Man, that Odom, and we actually had a couple of people touch that one trying to get it in the air. Just couldn't quite get it done.
Couldn't get the heat off of it.
Yeah. So it is now 4-1 is the score here on the board. They're going to hit it across. Pierce, Thompson, Reeves. Reeves with a good shot. Odom does a real good job keeping that alive. Reeves blocks Elliott at the net. Eunice keeping it alive, but so is the bus. And then Odom slams that one into the block of Reeves, but unfortunately for the Lady Cardinals, it falls onto the Eunice side, and it's 5-1. So here goes Salisbury, and she hits it over. And that's another point for Melrose. It's 6-1. Salisbury back, throws it up, hits it over. Jones with a good first touch, right to Thompson. Thompson going to set Pierce. Pierce slams that one down, and Pierce with the kill. I tell you, Michaela Pierce to me is probably the most improved player on this team, as she, the last couple of weeks, has done some really good things hitting like that, and that was pretty impressive right there.
That was a very nice hit.
Pierce back to serve. She just touches that one over. Actually, a good little spot there. They set up number 23. That's Elliott. She slams it into the Reeves block, but once again, it goes off the Reeves block and into the edge of the net. Falls down on the Eunice side. It's 7-2. Elliott back, runs, throws it over. Oh, Gaetan's first touch, and it was a rocket that was hard to control, but it goes into the ceiling. And once it came off the ceiling, it was coming down too quick for Eunice to control. It's 8-2. So back at the service stripe is Chauncey Elliott. She hits it over. Pierce's first touch goes into the air, and then Gaetan hits a little running backwards over the back of her head shot that goes over the net. Eunice scrambling to keep it alive. Reeves, Jones, Gaetan all collide up near the net. The ball finds the floor, and it's 9-2. The Lady Cards trail by 7, and Elliott back again. Throws it up, throws it over. It hits the top of the net, spins over. Jones tries to dive in and pick it up.
Those are hard to get right there.
Couldn't get to it. Man, if you could pick a perfect serve, it'd be those that hit the top of the net and just spin over. 10-2. Elliott again. She hits that one over. Jones and Pierce almost collide. It goes off the hands of Jones. The ball finds the floor. 2-11 is the score, and Eunice getting taken to the woodshed.
And taking a little timeout. Timeout to shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy Service, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, LLC, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Guns Up Services, Debbie's Country Kitchen, and Herrera's Oilfield Service. And then Devon is hiring. We don't want to let y'all forget about that.
Yeah, Devon's hiring. You can go to their website. In today's technology-driven world, you just punch in Devon into your search engine, go to their website. They've got multiple positions open in the area. Great company, great benefits. Got numerous Eunice alum working for them. A good place. Here comes the serve. Elliott. Pierce picks it up into the air. Reeves slams it down, but Melrose keeps it alive. They set Odom. She runs in, fists one over. Jones to Gillespie. She clears it. Elliott, Salisbury. They set up 12, and then kept alive there by Thompson. Now they're going to set it up on the outside. That was number 2-3, Elliott, and she airmails one, and Eunice gets another point, 3-11. Back to the service stripe is Maylene Villa. The freshman throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Good first touch by Trollinger to Salisbury, and they set Odom, and Sarah Reeves comes through with a heck of a block, but then Odom says, hey, I'll get the better end of this, because she gets it right back and touches it right in. 12-3. Gracie Odom back to the service line. The senior throws it up and hits it over. It's a good one, and it's right into that gap just over the net, and it's 13-3.
I was just looking across. We've got quite a few fans.
Got a good little crowd in here for a volleyball night.
For a volleyball night when the team is not done as good as they have in some other years.
Reeves
says a lot about our fans.
Hit that one into the net. It's 14-3. And Odom back to the service stripe again. Throws it over, hits it. Pierce first touch to Via. Via just going to clear it. They're going to set it up out here on the outside for Draper. She just touches that one over the top of the double block onto the floor, and it's 3-15. 3-15 is the score. Odom hits that one over. Gillespie misplayed the touch. It goes straight down off her hands into the floor, and it's 16-3. And we may, we may get to eat dinner before the sun goes down.
Before it gets dark tonight.
Odom fires that one off. Pierce keeps it alive. Gillespie sets Reeves. Reeves swung and missed at it and kind of almost fouled it off, but it's 17-3 as the Melrose bench goes crazy.
Yeah, the wheels are kind of wobbly here.
I'm telling you, the wheels are flat. And Odom hits that one out the back of the court. 17-4 is the score, and Chloe Jones will head to the service line.
All right, Miss Jones, we need about 20 in a row.
Jones hits that one over. Melrose keeps it in the air. They're going to set it up in the middle, and they're going to call us in the net. They called somebody in the net there, and so that'll give the point over to the Lady Buffs and make it 18-4, I believe.
Yep.
So this is number 7, Tylee Hill. Hill steps back, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Jones keeps it in the air. Via going to set it up for Jones. Jones comes running through and hits it across the net from the back row. They set up Draper. Draper hits it hard. And then we set up Gillespie, and Gillespie with a good kill. And Gillespie has had her moments the last couple of weeks too, where she's had some really good hits. Gillespie comes off. Alundra Maureen, the junior, comes on to the service line. 5-18. Maureen with a good serve. They're going to set it up on that right side. Thompson gets it alive, and then a good job there by Via keeping it in the air, and then we hit it across. It lands just out of bounds on the side, and it's 19-5. Number 10, the libero, Tinley Trollinger, back to serve for Melrose. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Maureen with the first touch. Jones with the next touch. Thompson clears it. Salisbury hits it up in the middle. Melrose has to just punch it over. Via coming for it. Started to get under it, then backed up. And it's 20-5. The Lady Cardinals looking rough this set. Trollinger back to serve again for Melrose. She spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. It goes into the net, and it's another one of those ones that hits the top of the net and just spins over. It's 21-5.
Those are tough to get. There's been several of them tonight, too.
Yeah, just rough. Trollinger throws it up, hits it over. Maureen gets it in the air. Via going to set Jones up on the back row. She hits it across. Melrose trying to get it up out here on the outside to 2-1. That's Pell. And then we're going to set Pierce. Pierce hits it out the back of the court, and it's 22-5. It's a good old-fashioned whooping.
Yeah, not good. This is going to the woodshed.
Trollinger throws it up, hits it over. Misplayed a little bit, but we end up getting it over. McGuire does a good job. They're going to set up Elliott. Elliott hits that one so hard that Hobbs was scared that there was a meteor coming their way, but unfortunately for Melrose, it goes out the back of the court. It's 6-22, and that'll bring the freshman Kara Thompson to the service line. Her jump serve is a good one. Melrose keeps it alive, though, and swinging at it is...
hit it out of bounds.
Yeah. And they were flipping at their fingers like we hit it. I didn't even think there was anybody within 4, 5, 6 feet of it. But 22-7, the Lady Cards in the lead.
They might have a dinner date too. You know?
Yeah.
Get on out of here.
So Thompson hits that one out of bounds, and it's 23-7. And so back to the service stripe is number 2-1. That's Allie Pell. She's ready, spins it around, throws it up, and hits it over. Pierce. Thompson, Jones trying to get around Pierce. Pierce ran up under her as she started to cut through there, and Jones swings, and then anyway, the ball finds the floor. It's 24-7. Game point right here. Jones with the first touch, keeps it alive. They set Pierce in the middle. Pierce hits it across. Salisbury going to set Odom, and Odom hammers it down, and that'll do it.
That was not how we seen the night going, but I mean.
I can't lie. That's pretty much how I saw the night going.
I guess knowing, but I mean, we hung with them the first 2 games.
Yeah. 25-7 is set number 3. The Lady Cards fall 3-0 to an undefeated number 1 ranked team that's been thumping everybody. Tomorrow night, reminder, Eunice versus Texaco. If you're not there, you might as well log in and watch us, listen to us. We'll tell you about it and talk about it. We'll have our pregame show. We'll have lots of good stuff. Quick rundown on these sponsors. Devon Energy is hiring. Herrera's Oilfield Service, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Guns Up Services, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Lobo Trucking, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, Parker Energy Services. For Charlie Fairbrush and No Mark Broadcasting, I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening to our broadcast. We will see you or talk to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, football it is.
That's right. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night,
have
everybody.
a good night.